Hello, hello, hello. Can you all hear me? Checking in with you. Checking in with you. Can you hear me? Gonna let this build a little bit. Let the notifications go out. Getting ready. I'll be with you in just one moment. All right. Hello, hello, hello. This is Mike Reed coming to you with a video August, September, August 19th, 2023. And just going to do a little recap for everybody on the week, answer any questions. And without further ado, we'll get into it. Here's my intro. My name is Mike Reed, and I am a appliance technician trained on residential and commercial. I have a channel here that is Mel. What's happening? I got a channel here that is dedicated to giving people information on the commercial appliance industry, training, information, industry news, as well as general information on equipment and the clientele that use them. So let's check in with everybody that's coming to the chat. This is impromptu. It is 112 degrees here in Houston, Texas. I went out and did a call this morning, and I said no. I said no. I am not going to do any more today. That's it. All right. We have one of our contributors in here in the chat, Mel. Thank you very much. So I am going to go and run off and do the list of contributors. Andy, thank you for your latest contribution. Mel, always thank you for your contribution. Frank Evans, thank you so much. Thanos, thank you as well for your contribution to the channel. Derek, Mr. E. Smith, Dexter, and Darius C. Thank you all for contributing to the channel. It is very humbling that you all have contributed to the channel and appreciate the information that's been given out. So let's see what we got. All right, now we do have an all-time favorite is health inspection. Been dealing a lot with health inspections. I did promise a viewer that I would. Oh, sure, no problem, Mel. I did promise a viewer, Andy. I did promise a viewer that that would look into their market, and I have no problem doing that for you if you subscribe to the channel, if you donate to the channel. I have no problem looking up your market for you and seeing what is around, what is available to you. Indeed. So, what I do from time to time, and let me make this a little bigger. I go into the health inspection report for the particular area, like for my case, that a particular area that I'm working in, and I'll pull up and see what the reports are. So this is for the Dayton, Ohio area, and this is pulling up, yeah, everything: baseball clubs, elementary schools, soccer. Here we go. Dollar General, Family Dollar. I don't like Dollar General. Let's go into Family Dollar. All right, so it's telling us that this was inspected um 4/27 of 2023. So they came back. They were there on the 6th, and then they had to come back on the 27th. So let's go into the 6th first. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. And this is for all of you that haven't witnessed this kind of thing. You can go into, this is all public record, and you can go into the health inspection record in your area or any area that you're looking to do business in, and you can see what condition the equipment is in that particular area. Now, there's a few places that have been a little difficult for me to navigate. I want to say, not Boston, I'm talking Baltimore. Baltimore was not that easy to go navigate, and there's one or two counties in Florida that were not too cooperative. And if this background music is not working, please let me know. I just decided to put a little on today. So let's see here. Let's see what we got. Okay. They check and see if the person, is knowledgeable. Yes, the person that's working is certified to be there, blah, blah, blah. That is not our concern. What we want is that, oh, okay. Food received at proper temperature. Ouch. No, not available. They don't have those records. That is a red flag. Food obtained from approved source. Okay, yes. Oh, okay. What else they got? Proper cooking. Of course, they don't cook anything in those type of stores. So the health department is there to ensure the safety of the public. And so they actually have the ability to shut down any location that is providing food to the general public. So they have to meet the standards. Proper use of restriction and exclusion. I have no idea what the hell that is all about. Every health department record is slightly different from area to area. Oh, it's 2 pages. Good retail practices, pasteurized eggs. Ooh. So, it looks like they have a refrigeration case that doesn't have the right display, or the temperature is out of calibration. Yeah, so they have a bunch of stuff. This inspector didn't want to hit this location with a bunch of out of compliance. So you can see up here at the top, in compliance, out of compliance, and then not observed or not available, not applicable. Applicable, not applicable. So these are in A, not applicable. You're right. So yeah, they use that as a chance to give this location an opportunity to get things together. Let's see how many more pages they got. Okay, so their report is 2 pages for Dayton. Other areas give you a little more. They give you a little more to work with. Let me see what the chat's got. Okay. I'm sorry. So I have things. I have things set up in two different windows. So when I go in and blow up like these health reports and things like that, not able to see everything exactly the same way. Mm. So let's see what Mr. Andy has to say. Spent today hanging out. Okay. Ah. Now, you plan to go to 13 subways. You might not need to go to 13 subways. Like I had in my other videos, usually these guys own, and it's a funny story. Usually these guys own a number of subways. I was at a store today. It wasn't a subway, it was another chain, and they only have 5 locations, but they have the rights to 50 more locations. So you might want to talk to these managers and employees, and you could possibly skip going to all of those. Right. He manages all 10. So you don't need to go to all 10. You've already talking to the guy that manages 10. Elijah, what's happening? Thank you for being here. SQ Services, thank you. No problem. Happy to give you the information. Happy to give it to you. So this is a very good thing, right? He manages all 10. So you get a chance to Andy, you get a chance to spend more time with the guy that manages the 10. You get to find out exactly what the owners are handling and what they're not, what they have time to do and what they don't. What you're going to find out is Ed B. What's happening? Andy, what you're going to find is some of these owners will actually take care of some things. They'll actually fix the turbo chef ovens on their own and blah, 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 if and when they have time. But rarely do they have time to clean the ice machines. Rarely do they have time. You'd be surprised. They don't even have time to do these door gaskets. They're going to give you a line of bull. Like, yeah, well, yeah, we can have you do the ice machine. But normally the manager does it, or normally the owner does it. But, and there's always something that comes up. Like, they just didn't have time this month. Could you do it? And that's a tactic that they use to try to bring the price down. But what you might want to do is go ahead and give them a package deal, preset prices on everything. Of course, if you're just now getting into it, you're not easily gonna come up with that preset package price. And it's something that you're gonna want to work on. You do, in Andy's case, he does know someone who thinks very similar to myself. So they're gonna help you out with that. In order to get your preset packaging price, what I tell people to do, here, let me go here, and let me see here. Oshizaki warranty. Let's see here. And I apologize, I should have this kind of stuff set up. I'm going to try to do a little better with that in the future. Okay. All right, good. So it's on the screen. So what you want to do is you'll go in. Oh, perfect. Right? So places like Oshizaki, Scotsman, Continental Refrigeration, True, they all have a labor guide. Manitowoc, they all have a labor guide. And in this labor guide, they're telling you, hey, look, if you need to change an agitator or dispenser motor, that's 2 hours. If you need to change a bin control, that's 1 hour. If you need to change the door frame, that's 1 hour. So you can use these type of things as your, basically you can do it as plug and play. You can take this exact same form, and then you can, in a PDF editor or Adobe editor, you can do it in a lot of different programs, and you could plug in your labor rate, your hourly rate with that type of thing, or just put a legend down at the bottom. This is our labor rate. And so now there's no mystery. Now there's no mystery. So if you have to do any of these type of things, so customer, the customer says, "Oh man, we need you to do door hinge." Oh, that's an hour and a half. There's no mystery. There's no games. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows what the deal is. Oh, well, Mike Reed is going to charge me, X amount of dollars to change that door hinge. So only thing we don't know is the cost of the part. And you don't want to give them cost of the parts because the parts change like the stock market, right? It all depends. So then it would be your labor, your service call, trip charge, your labor rate, and then the cost of the part. And so there you go. Everything is up and up. Everything is right there. And so you could take those type of numbers and give it to them. Cleaning, if it's done on a quarterly basis, cleaning is going to be relatively quickly. So that you can have set up. In the beginning, it won't be because you're going to have to do a hell of a lot of work. And I see you put something down there, Mel. I'm going to get to it in just 1 second. So let's see here what Mel has. All right. While shopping in Whole Foods today, I decided to look for the manufacturer's label in the freezer, right? I'm not familiar with that. Well, yeah. I don't know what the Verisay is. I have no idea. Let me see what the hell that is. So what you're gonna do is okay, there it is. All right, what you're gonna do is whenever you look, that says Versachill. Whenever you see a label, the label is actually I'm not finding that brand. I'm not finding that brand. Did you did you Google that brand or anything? When you want the label that has the model and serial number, and it's gonna tell you what type of refrigerant is in there because that's paramount. It's gonna tell you what kind of refrigerant, but you're not gonna work at Whole Foods. That's already a done deal. That's already a nationwide. Right. Because that's not it. That's something else. The label that you want is gonna have refrigerant charge. It's gonna have the type of refrigerant. It's gonna have voltage. It's gonna have type of compressor ratings. It's gonna have a whole bevy of information. The label, if you're going in, it's gonna be up near the top on the sides. So if it's a merchandiser type of case, open air merchandiser, you're gonna look up at the top on the left, or at the top back wall, you're going to see a label there. Ooh, let me make sure I'm on green screen. You're going to see a label there, and all right. Ooh. All right. You're going to see a label there, and that label is what's going to get you through. That label is what's going to get you everything. So let's see here. All right. So yeah, I know but that wasn't it. That wasn't the label. I've never heard of that. And yeah, and it comes up. So because Whole Food uses the usual suspects, you're typically only going to see about like 4 names, especially when it comes to like Whole Foods. You only see like 4 names. Hossman is number 1. Let me show you. Let's go over to that. And I can always go back to the health department for you guys. All right. So this is Hossman. Well, let me go to the products. Let's view the products. I'm going to accept these cookies. Yeah, at this stage in the game, you will not work on stuff. That's why I showed you all for the mom and pops, the Chinese grocery stores, the African grocery stores, the German, Swedish, Italian grocery stores, Polish grocery stores. You're going to work on those type of places because they're much, much smaller. These larger grocery stores that you see, the refrigerant that might go into some of these cases here, you might be talking about like $8,000, $5,000 worth of refrigerant. So when they lose their charge, guys have to pull up and they just load up a whole pickup truck with jugs of refrigerant. And with the price of the refrigerant being almost $500 a jug, so this is big boy stuff. This is big boy stuff. So you don't want to get too far ahead of your skis here. You just want, like I said, if you stick with the ones that are self-contained, you stick with the zero zone, that type of thing. Now, Hossman does have some smaller units. Hossman does have, they used to have training before the pandemic. They have training, right? They got their own people. Hossman has their own people. Whole Foods has people. Kroger has people. Publix has people. HEB has people. They have to. They have to. It's so much involved, so much going on. They have to. Do they outsource things? Yes. Oh, I can't forget about Target. I can't forget about Target and Walmart. I can't forget about Target and Walmart. So this is a lot going on here. You are not going to run into a grocery store, a full-fledged large grocery store, think you're going to be in and out of there in 15 minutes. No, you might be there for days. So it is not a lightweight thing. Now, Mel, I've been sharing you guys info for little teeny tiny grocery stores, mom and pop. So I know you've been curious. And there are people that are watching my streams that are actually in the business. There are people that are watching my streams that actually do this. They deal with grocery stores. I'm trying my best not to be too scattered, too all over the place, even though commercial encompasses a huge area. I mean, commercial is everything outside of your freaking home. So it's your residential appliances. Then the next step is commercial. And then after that, there's industrial. And I don't even want to get into industrial. But grocery stores start teeter-tottering on industrial, right? So you got everything from your little small grocery stores, everything from your convenience stores, 7-Elevens and Circle K's, and then liquor stores and things like that, all the way up to your full-fledged grocery stores with rack systems. So how we got on this is that when not Publix, not Lidl's, but Aldi's. When Aldi's starts to take over some stuff, starts to incorporate, and well, they're not going to incorporate. They're going to take over those locations. They're going to strip down those facilities, strip down those buildings, and then put their Aldi's footprint inside of the other structure, and then lease out the rest of the space as regular commercial space. That is what they've done in Chicago. I actually got a chance to see that firsthand. So typically that's going to be the game plan that Aldi's is going to take. I could be wrong, but more than likely, since I've seen it, that's typically what they're going to do. So yes, there's plenty of opportunities. 365 days in a year. 400 locations. So even if you tried to tear apart one of those grocery refrigeration cases, like, you would never be able to do it in a whole year. Not even one company would be able to do it in a whole year. So more than likely, I have people asking. Because matter of fact, I think you're here right now, right? Let's see here. Let me go back over the chat. Um, Elijah. Yes, Elijah is here because Elijah was asking. He's like, "Yeah, how much would I charge?" It's like, hey, um, let's just assume the refrigeration case you're tearing down might not even have any refrigerant in it. The refrigeration case you're tearing down might already be broken. So you're going to have to do this case by case basis. You're going to have to, tour the site and give them the quote. You're going to have to, one case, just like the one in this picture here. Let me take a look at this too. Just like the one in the picture. I mean, you might have to have 15 recovery cylinders, because you might be able to pump some down, you might not be able to pump some down, right? You might have weak compressors. This is already existing grocery stores with it's not like all these grocery stores are going to be in pristine condition. So some systems you're going to be able to pump down, some you will not. So you are going to need to recover, because legally you cannot break these units down and release that refrigerant into the air. You can't do it. That's what the EPA certification is all about. Training people so that they can properly recover the charge on these units and not release it into the air. And so someone has to do that, and that someone could be you. But as far as doing the work on this kind of stuff, you're not there quite yet. Doing the work on these and zero zone, you can get into zero zone to be a little better. But getting into these, it is a lot. Let me show you. They have their own training section in here. Oh, where did it go? They've been moving. A lot of these people have been moving stuff around. They have their own parts too. You can get the parts from United Refrigeration. You can get the parts from a couple of different places. But Hossman has their own parts department that you could order parts for their equipment. And then they actually have training. I don't know where the training has gone to. See, now this is a liquor store. We have places like Specs down here in Texas. Very typical what you see here. I don't think this is a gas station. I think this is a liquor store. Even though the lady in the back is over here by chips. You know what? I stand corrected. This is a gas station. This is a very large gas station. My bad. This is a gas station. And there's their beer cave. I've actually seen the same setup. We have the same setup down here in Houston. Claims, yeah, because you could do warranty. Now, I have given you information for Tabit user training. What the hell is that? I've given you all the information on a company that would dispatch you, and here you are, standard labor rates. Right? So everyone has this. See, this is a good one. In case you got to change the controller, the display. Here it is. 2 hours, 2.5, 3. Right? They're including the time it's going to take you to wait on this sucker to come down the temperature, all that kind of stuff. Right? But they're not hiding the information when you're out in the field. The label is there. The label has to be there for all of us as technicians to be able to see it and see what type of motors are in this, to see what type of refrigerant this is using. See what type of lighting. Is it LED? See, like this, or is it some kind of ballast? See, so here it is. And so they're telling you, even with the lighting, 1 hour covers up to 10 fixtures. And then each additional fixture is 5 minutes. So you could just present this, you could take this, edit this in some software, and then you could present this to your clientele. So, I just have a little booklet with all their stuff, and then you would, you put the logo on it. I'll show you guys. Maybe I'll delete this stream. Maybe I'll delete this stream. This kind of stuff needs to be for Patreon. Let's see here. Let me see if I got one. This is just a cover sheet. Show you guys a little bit of information on. So put your question in the chat while I'm scrolling through. All right, I'll flash this for you real quick. I'll show you mine. So I have a little something real quick, right? And it'll, the logo, the company name, the products that they have in that location, blah, blah, blah. And then I have a little catchphrase down at the bottom. And then more stuff that, that they would, if they were to call the manufacturer, I would be an option for them. All right. So I will take care of this for them cradle to grave. If it is brand new or if it is 20 years old, they have no problem being able to call me. So just like, let me see here. Let me add this. And let me flash this back so you guys can take a look at what I was talking about while I try to add a couple of videos and things like that. So then put your questions down below. I will address them. No matter how you word it, no matter how you might feel, like I said, it just let me be the bad guy. Go ahead and ask your question, no matter what it is or how it is. Tell you what, in the name of efficiency, I'll just show you this. So I put this on the, because I took it off the blue screen. So this is one of the brand new Hatco toasters, right? Just came out. So now I have to make an addition. I have to make a change to my client's portfolio, because this is one of the clients that is going up to, it's supposedly going up to 50 locations. Right now they only have 5. So this is what it looks like. This is the Hatco. So they're switching over from the Volrath, and they actually gave me one of the old ones. They're switching over from the Volrath toaster ovens to Hatco. Although the way things are going, we don't know if that's quite going to be the way. So you can see this is from that unit. So I scan the QR code, and that's how long they have their warranty. Right? So they just got it. And so now I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to take care of it cradle to grave. So let's see. Oh, let's see here. So I'm going to take care of that thing cradle to grave. So I'm going to add this information for this manufacturer, which they currently were not servicing. So I'm going to add that with the portfolio. So in the future, when they do have a problem, they won't hesitate to call. Right? Because they did call that manufacturer, and then the manufacturer didn't even give them, the guy on the line didn't even give them a number. He didn't tell them I was someone that can service their items. So when they called me to verify, I said, "Oh no, I am authorized. Not only am I authorized, here is the information." Right? So I am. Let me see here. See if I can find this for you guys. This is crazy because I was doing this all day today. Well, all this morning. All right. So you see here, refrigeration coil on that. This is why I looked this stuff up. Refrigeration coil. 5 hours, 5.5 really. So you're gonna plug in your labor, your time, I mean your labor hours and all that with that, your costs. So this way the customer knows, everybody has the pricing. Everybody has the pricing. I got a bunch of Hatco YouTube. There we go. Still not. Hold on. Well, here, I'll show you what this thing looks like. So I was in the talks with Hatco. There's some of the information. I went and filled out the form and got set up. And so I have an authorized username and password so I can go in the system and fill out all the information. But because I am not Safesa, they're not going to push me. They're not going to push my information in front of the clients. So that's the difference between being Safesa, connected to Safesa, and being outside. I am outside of Safesa. So every manufacturer has these guidelines. Every manufacturer has these guidelines. So you can take these guidelines, you have a good idea what it's going to cost to do a particular job. Here, so you got to do a contactor, 2.5, thermostat, 2.5, all this good stuff. And that's if you just got to do the case. Now, if you got to do the system, that's a whole nother thing. So, and that's what Hossman, let me see if I can go back here. You know, I'll leave this up and I'm going to go with another one. I used to have all the information for the Hossman training. I'm going to show you this. I used to have all the information for the Hossman training, and a lot of this stuff has been taken down in the last year. Like right before I started my channel, they took down a lot of the training information. Look at this. You guys must really be taking a lot of notes. You guys are really quiet. So look at this. All these units are all in a rack system. Everything you see here, there's a whole back room, and there's nothing but computers, nothing but compressors on shelves lined up next to each other. Underneath the concrete is where the lines are run. They're not run above. You don't see anything hanging above these units. It's all below. This has all been planned out. And they have technicians all throughout the country. Now, I talk to these guys. I talk to these Hossman technicians everywhere. Dude, they are busy. They are extremely busy. See? So of course they're always looking for people. They're only taking care of. Let me put this on here. These Hossman guys are only taking care of Target. They're only taking care of Walmart, and like a few other clientele, because they just don't have enough people. They don't have enough people to take care of all of these locations. Let's see here. Yeah, so they're looking for a general laborer, an installer here in Houston. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it. See this? This is a nice way of saying we just need a body. This is a nice way of saying if you have a driver's license, bring your ass. Because high school diploma or GED, and it doesn't even say diploma. That is on purpose, that they do not say diploma. So technically, some high school. So if you went to high school, if you attended and you didn't graduate and something happened or whatever, yeah. Or I don't know if they, I guess you can like not graduate high school, turn 18 and go into the military. So if that's your case, if you didn't finish high school and you went into the military, you didn't get your GED or whatever, you qualify. If you've been in the business for, you got a job as a helper, and then you quit. Guess what? That's 0 to 5 years relevant experience. Driver's license, you're good. You must physically be able to walk. Excellent verbal communication skills. Yeah, right. That's flexible. Must have strong mechanical aptitude. Well, if you only have a GED or high school education, chances are you have a very strong mechanical aptitude. All right. You must be able to work nights or weekends because most times you're going to go into these places. Not all the time, but most times you're going to go into these places. It's in the evening. They go in mass in the evening and then they just start work. Now, during emergencies and when stuff is taking 2, 3 days to do, there'll be like 1 or 2 guys in the store working. Strong leadership, business acumen. That's because they want you always selling. Right? This is Hossman. Oh, easily 50 grand starting off. Yeah, they just need a body. They just need a body. And easily we'll get into that. It's like 50 grand. It's like 50 grand starting out. Yes, they are making big bucks. Right. Speak to these guys. Nobody ever talks to them. Speak to them. If you let them know, because like when I go into, I do the Starbucks and stuff like that, and I'm going into them, and I see those guys working. Like when they redo, I mean, they'll send 20. Also, they'll send 20 guys to a grocery store to redo it, especially when they were redoing a lot of Targets. Oh man, it was like an army of these guys, and they'll send them in there. Like right now, they're redoing an HEB. And I don't think they're Hossman guys. There's something else, but it's like 30 guys there. It looks like a construction crew, but it's not. They're all doing the refrigeration, laying the trenches, putting the refrigerant lines in the cement, all that good stuff. This is a whole nother world. So a whole nother world. Let me get into this real quick. Let me see. Blah blah blah. But that's why they want strong leadership and business acumen, because they want you always closing deals. Yeah, I know you're supposed to be turning a wrench and all that other stuff, but yeah, we want you to make $100,000 sale. So that is just one of the things, and you do get commission on that kind of stuff. The reason why they say you must have verbal and written communication skills is because when you're writing the sales ticket, they want that clear. They want it clear. They don't want any googly gook. Now, notice how different it is near the bottom from where it was at the top. The top was, yeah, if you're breathing and you went to school, you looked at a school once, and you held a wrench for a guy once, you're qualified. Come on down. And then you really start getting down into it. Now it's must have written communication skill, must have business acumen. Working knowledge of basic refrigeration, right? A working knowledge of basic refrigeration. So here they are, one of the most important refrigeration companies in the world is telling you, you don't have to be some ace. You don't have to be some god of refrigeration to come work for us. If you looked at a school, if you've been a helper once, you come on down. We're going to train you, and we're going to start you off at like 50 grand. We'll get into that. Let's see what else. Let me go into it. Let's go into it. Our organization benefits, blah, blah, blah. Hey, insurance, you get your health, dental, vision, 401k, company match on the 401k. What the hell is a discretionary 401k company contribution? So you're getting 401k company match. Then you get a 401k company contribution? I'm a little ignorant on this one. Somebody help me out down here. Help me out in the chat. What the hell am I reading? Uh, what the hell is that? You get tuition reimbursement. All right? Tuition reimbursement. Come as you are. We are going to train you. We're going to help you. We will elevate you. You get your life insurance and disability insurance, family leave. Oh yeah, Panasonic bought Hossman. Right. You get employee discounts with Panasonic, paid vacation, holiday, wellness program. Nice. Wellness program, identity protection, community stewardship, employee assistance program, and more. All right, Hossman has been around since 1906. Yada yada yada. And this is gonna put me in a whole bunch of other stuff. So Louisiana, they're looking for guys in Louisiana, but this is a certified technician. What job is this? The other one was just a servicer and install. So the other ones is Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Abilene, Texas, which is northwest of Dallas. It's like an hour outside of Dallas. Well, Fort Worth. It's an hour outside of Fort Worth, like an hour west of Fort Worth. Abilene, Tulsa, another one, a lead. So let's see what Hossman is paying. You can Google it. You don't need me. Let's see. Let me switch this. Just for giggles. Oh, they said $35 an hour over there. $22 an hour. No, indeed. Stop it. Let me go back. Because I don't see how to cancel this. No, indeed. I don't want to deal with you. All right. Well, this one says installers are. Oh, good. We're on the Hossman thing. Got me again. You know what? Forget it. This thing over here says $12 per hour for installer to $33. Refrigeration technician, $27. Quality assurance technician. Now this is going to be in the warehouse, in the factory. That's $40, $40,000 a year. Blah blah blah. All that is going to be starting off. But Ecolab is the same way. There's a bunch of jobs like this. Ecolab is the same way. Oh, wait. I'm going to show you guys this. This is where I was going to. So anyway, that is Hossman with the refrigeration. And what I was doing is I was going into the health inspection for, this is Ohio. This is Ohio. And that's how we ended up going to, that's how we, long story short, that's how we ended up. I was looking up stuff in Dayton, Ohio to look at this stuff, and I ended up on Family Dollar. Oh, so they had no manager there. So you can put in the chat what area you want me to pull up next. But I was looking at Dayton, Ohio, as far as the health inspection. So we have Holiday Inns are getting hit. Hipster Coffee. Wow, they've had, these inspectors don't really play, do they? In Dayton. All right, so they had no hand washing, food received, nope, at the right temperature, proper cold handling temperatures. They were in violation. Proper cold handling temperatures. They had a refrigerator that's not working. They had a refrigerator that wasn't working. That's what that means. Let's see what else. Ooh, they had insects. They had insects. All right, that's what that means. Prevention of food contamination. All right, so they were in violation. The utensils were not stored properly. And here it is right here. This is what happens. Let me see if you guys are still with me. Okay. All right, you guys are still with me. This is what it means when you have a write up. So here it is right there. Food isn't at the right temperature. So they had lychee stored at 50 degrees in the cooler. So this fridge was at a high temperature. See, so it's supposed to be at 41 degrees or below. 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 degrees Celsius. And it was at 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So that was wrong. See? So small reach in with boba, not maintaining 41. That's actually the same. That's going to be the same fridge. So here it is right here. The health department. Oh, yeah, sure. So the health department right there is doing all this work for you. So if you're in Dayton, Ohio. All right. I'm doing this for one of the viewers. So she's right there. It says health department, Dayton and Montgomery County, Dayton, Ohio. So you can go on over to Hips Stirs Coffee House and offer your services because they have just recently, a few months back, they had refrigerators that weren't working. So this place definitely needs you. Definitely needs you. So this place, hand sink, clean equipment, utensils. So they definitely need contact information so that whenever their refrigerators are acting up, things like that nature, they can go ahead and have you as a reference because the health department is going to be back. Oh man, I missed it. All right, so you can see here the health department came, all right, 512. Ew, stupid. Ew, wow. And then they came back the next month to do a follow up to make sure that the fridge was at the right temperature or that they got a new one. So let's see what they did. It looks like they got, see, follow up inspection, refrigerator not in use any longer. The back room is cleaned up. So this health selling food, which increased license to level 3. Yeah, ooh. They would like to reestablish selling food. So this coffee shop definitely needs a servicer's information. A daycare. Oh wow. Look at this daycare. Look how many times. Let's see what they did. They were just there. They were just there not that long ago for this daycare. All right, so let's see what they got going on here. So once the health department is on you, they're going to be on you. They're going to be on you. Right. So at a daycare, they're going to check that the food is properly taken care of. Appropriate food served. That's what they're looking for. See, they're checking for the temperature in the oven. Is the food at the right temperature? Sanitizer. They're looking for sanitizer in the 3 compartment mop sink at 100 parts per million. All that kind of good stuff. And if hold on, let me go back to the chat to see. Oh yeah, the babies, and that's what I'm saying, Mel. It's usually best to have a woman go over to represent you at a daycare to get your information out there. That's usually the best thing. Let's see here. All right, Mel. Let me give you the email address. All right, there you go. Yes, the babies. It's always a good one. Oh yeah, Washington State. Okay, let's go on over there. Spokane. Well, Mel, do another one. Let's be more specific. All right. I'll flip it on over to here. Restaurant inspections. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the chat so you can follow along. This is something I didn't do in previous. Oh man, now you tell me. All right, let me go back. Let's go back. Let me see. Let me go back. Let's see. Let's see if let's see if Seattle or Tacoma is on here. Oh, didn't you say kids a lot? What the hell? The Kitty County. Did you say Kitty County? Can we just do that? Is there one on here we can pick? Hey Mel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. We'll do that. We'll do that. Kitsap. Is that what you said? You said Kitsap, right? Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you said. All right. Public health. Let's see here. Blah blah blah. All right. Let's see how easy or difficult they're making it. So yeah, as you can see here, here's the health inspector going through checking the food. This is called a chef's table, right? So you have your other, yeah. So that's the chef's table down there. It's usually one or two drawers, and it can either be fridge or freezer. And so they have marinated meats. They pick the meats up and they put it on the grill because that's what's here. So she's checking to make sure that the food is at the right temperature. And the fridge is supposed to deliver that right temperature. And so if it's not, they need someone like you to go to this location and fix that because she will be back. Right? So 1,300 food establishments in Kitsap, or however you pronounce that. I should probably play the video and it'll probably say the word one more time. Or Kitsap. I don't know if the K is silent or not. Say something, damn it. No one's saying anything. Fair use, fair use. I'm using this video. And of course, to the fair use doctrine, this is used to educate and train. All they're doing is playing music. So see, everything she's testing, all those things that she was testing, see, that's a soup well. I believe that is. Yeah, it looked like some kind of soup or clam chowder. So she was in this picture, right? That was a hot holding section. This is a walk-in that she's inside of right now. She's inside of a walk-in refrigerator. These are just not shelves in the back of the restaurant. She's actually in a walk-in. She's actually inside the walk-in. And so not only is she checking for the temperature in the walk-in, she's checking to make sure that the food has been chilled to the proper temperature. So, you know, the locations try to fool people all they want to, but it doesn't work that way. All right. Like I said, this is all public information. It's all public information. You can check all your places. They don't exactly have to make it easy. See? Oh, excuse me. See, even they have to say how to interpret the report. How to read the freaking report. So, and they're also doing so they're also doing like what we saw in Ohio. In, out, NO, and NA violations, things of that nature. But if you notice, they did you can't see this. My bad. How to interpret the food establishment inspection. They're doing everything but showing me the the damn report. Where's the freaking report at? All right. So in telling you that it's in compliance, out of compliance, not observed, and in NA not applicable. Right. And then here they're telling you about how to read the violations, what was observed, what rules, blah, blah, blah. All right. Same thing I just told you. Same thing I just told you. Let's go back because I don't know what the hell they're talking about here. Yep. They just put me in this, right? I knew that's what it was saying, but where is the inspection? Where's the inspection? They want me again to read the process, how to interpret, but where's the damn report? Everything but the damn report. Where's the none of this other stuff I can click on? Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let me bring you all with me. I'm finally here. They do not make this they do not make this easy. They do not make this easy. I do not wish to see this ever again. All these freaking disclaimers. Hey Mel, any particular type of establishment you want me to go into? You want me to look at first? Or just go nuts? Mel is the sponsor of the channel for the moment. So what Mel wants, Mel gets. Single establishment. South Kitsap Family Kitchen. Hey. Oh, it's a food bank. There are no inspections. Ooh, that's dodgy, isn't it? Oh, you can't see it. That's a little dodgy. That's what it said. Probably because it's a food. Probably because it's a food bank. That's a little dodgy, man. That's a little dodgy. Let's go. Let's see what this says. All right. So now we got one. We got one. Oh, you know that place. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see here. Let me blow this up. No violations. Okay. So they tell you, oh, they haven't been there for a while. Ooh, they have not been there for a while. So anyway, so this cake place, whoever the inspector is, they probably get their birthday cakes from there because they don't go they don't go that often. They do not go that often. They went quite a bit. They went quite a bit in 2022. 5, 6, and then 2, 6, 12. They're due. They are due. If I were you, Mel, I would definitely check this report quite often. You're going to see a large number of reports coming. So let's check it out because they haven't gone over some of these places. And let's see if good. You can see it. You can see this. All right. So yeah, they're using the same type of as Dayton does. They didn't observe meals. They want to look at people eating. What the hell? So anyway, they got 100%. So there's nothing here. So we've pretty much seen it before. So they had 0 violations, nothing wrong. I don't know if they will say different places. They will say door gaskets are worn, that kind of stuff. But the health department likes this place, and it's a cake place. It's a cake studio. So I wouldn't imagine, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen some horrific bakeries, but still. Let me see what this is. Uh-oh. Let's see what this is. Let me see if you're seeing this. Let me go back. I think I might have. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me share this screen with you guys. I canceled the window by accident. Here you go. So now we're going to look at High Joy Bowl. Port Richard. I'm going to bring you along with me. Okay, now you guys are along with me. No violations. Wow. No violations. So they get top scores at High Joy Bowl. The inspector goes out. As you can see, their track record, they go out and they visit these places every couple of months. Every couple of months. So they were just there in July. They were just there in July. No violations. I'm not even going to look at that. That's going to be really dry. But what you're going to want to do is go through these different places and you're going to want to see. Oh, it looks like there's Meals on Wheels. I'm not even going to bother with that because they seem to be kind of kind to those type of places. Hey, yo, Tony. Let's go see what Tony's up to. Oh, Tony. Oh, hey, yo. Yeah, what the hell? Oh, no, 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 Tony, no. Oh, Tony. He still got high scores, though. Yeah. And they haven't been there for a while. Almost a year. No? Yeah, almost a year. It'll be a year next month. Almost a year. Inadequate plumbing, bare hand contact with raw food, improper cooling procedures, improper cold holding temperatures. I would still, I would still go on over to Tony, huh? I would go over to Tony. Say, hey, Tony, I can help you out. So, Tony has ovens. The establishment has one hand wash sink, difficult to access, blah, blah, blah. Pizza is very hot and difficult to access. Pizza oven is very, what the hell? All right. So yeah, Tony's kind of making his whole thing work. Tony needs work to his place. The lights in the kitchen are missing light covers. Oh, Tony's place is a mess. Now, this is from a while ago. Oh, when was that inspection? This is from 2022. This inspection was 2022. Caulk on the sink. Oh, yeah. The caulk. The caulk in the sink, right? So all the gaps and everything have to be caulked up. It's missing. Indirect plumbing in the food prep area. The floor is jacked up. High risk. I would give Tony my information. Uh, Remember to have food workers cards available. Okay, so this is just an indicator of a lot of things to come. Yeah, sure, no problem, Mel. Happy to do it. All right, so this gives you a glimpse into this eating establishment, right? So now we didn't even go over to Tony's. We didn't go to Tony's, but we know, okay, something's up with his cannelloni. Something's not right there. The manicotti, they don't smell too fresh, man. The manicotti is not quite right. So say, hey, look, I can help you out if your pasta fazool is not quite warm enough. I can fix that. I can fix that soup warmer for you. Tony. You also have all their information. So, like I said, this is all public information. You have the address. You have the name of the restaurant, name of the pizzeria. So we already know he's got pizza ovens. You already know that they have an ice chest, a soda machine, blah, 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 all this other stuff. He's got refrigeration. He's got the pizza oven. So you know he's got to have his prep tables and stuff to keep the stuff cold. And, I would definitely give them the information. You say, hey, look, I know the health department like to come to you. The health department is due. Let's see here. Let me see, where the hell is Tony at? All right, here's Tony. The health department is due to come back, Tony. The health department hasn't been here in a year, Tony. Let me make sure you're ready for your inspection. Let me make sure you are ready when the inspector comes, right? You 86, then they went up to 100% because they took care of everything the inspector wants. Then they start creeping down to 98, and they haven't even been there in a whole year. So what's the chances that Tony is up to snuff? What's the chances that they don't? Oh, Kit sat. All right. So they don't want. So what's the chances, right? And I'll tell you, the chances on this situation with Tony's track record is very bad. It's very bad, right? So not saying he has a bad establishment or anything like that. He is just like every other small business. He's focused on his orders. He's focused on getting the food. He's focused on food pricing. He's focused on making sure the pizzas are delivered. He's focused on making sure that everything is ready when people order for pickup. He's focusing on getting ready for these big pizza days. He's not worried about that fridge that's not working. He's not worried about that mixer, right? I showed you guys the mixer. He's not worried about that kind of stuff. You can worry for that. You can worry about that for him, all right? And so you can Google his information, business name, all that other good stuff, and go to him with a nice little package and say, hey, look, the health department hasn't been here. They're due to come here next month. Let me get you ready. Oh, very easy, Elijah. It's very easy. Houston's health department stuff is very easy. But let me give it a little more because Mel is the sponsor of the channel. Mel's the sponsor of the channel. What Mel wants, Mel gets. So let me go into a little bit more, and then don't let me forget, I'll just go to Houston after that. Houston is the fourth largest city, Elijah. So there's no sure. What the hell is it? Indianola kitchen? Let's find out what. Oh, you guys can't see this. I just ended up on Indianola. What is Indianola? Let's see what this is. Oh! I'm sorry. I'm making reactions and you guys can't even see what the hell I'm reacting to. All right, so this is in the Northeast Shore. Camp Indianola Kitchen. Whatever. So they have it once again. They're due. This place is due. You're due in this area in Kitsap. You're due. Mel, you always give me something with some pronunciation stuff. So, right. So they're not using thermometers to check. Blah blah blah. They're at 100% though. They're at 100%. Let me skip this. Let me get some juicy stuff. So you can just spend a little time. Just spend a little time. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. All right. Elijah. Okay. Hey Frank, what's happening? Hey Frank. I'm just going through a little stuff, spending some time with the people today because it was 110 when I got out of a restaurant today, and my stomach is still boiling. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna spend some time with y'all. So you can just go through elementary school warming kitchen. What the hell? Oh, you guys can't see. All right, so I just happened to click over, and this ended up being a school, and they got like a little warming kitchen. SpaghettiOs. Oh no, it's not. No, they're pretty good. They're in Silverdale. 100% score each time. Once again, the health inspector is due. They haven't been over there since last year. Looking at this, I want to say this looks like they might have a new health inspector. Just speculating, but if this person's been going regularly, right? They went exactly the same month, 2021, then 2022. And then again in 2022, they went, but now nothing for 2023. They might have a new health inspector. Oh, yeah, let me skip that. That's going to be boring. There's nothing to see. There's nothing to see there. That's going to be boring. Let's see here. Cup of Joe, limited menu. Man, you guys, it is Seattle. What am I talking about? Like, yeah, you guys got a lot of coffee shops. Yeah, well, it is Seattle. Duh. Fraser Crane's place. Restaurant with lounge? Oh, I hate country clubs. Let's do this. Oh, like I said, I hate country clubs with a passion. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them so much. See, going way back. So I would definitely go and hit up Wing Point Golf and Country Club. Since 2020, improper cold holding, right? Improper handling of pooled eggs, rare hands, foods, blah blah blah. Improper. All right, are you guys look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Are you not seeing a theme? We didn't even have to go there, and now you can see. Boom. They don't take this seriously. They're like, yeah, I know it's supposed to be at 41. Okay, it's at 47. That's good enough for me. But it's not good. Oh, it's Native American names. Okay, good. Like Chicago. All right. So it's not okay. And sometimes these people don't know. Oh, I hate help. I hate, I hate. What a hard H. I hate golf. These places. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. No, it's just so much. It's just so much. I don't want to poison the well for you, but I hate them. Look at this. They're hard headed, man. They're hard headed. Back here, improper 2020. And then you go all the way to 2023. They were just there. Okay, so the health department was just there. Just there. Right? Boom. Same thing. Let's go into it because I am not a friend of these freaking golf courses. Look at this. Look at this. High risk. I hate golf places. This is why I hate golf places. High risk factor. High risk factor. Boop. So they're saying they're poisoning their guests, right? Allegedly, they are putting their members at high risk. Allegedly. Oh Lord! All right, so they're saying the queso cheese was not right. So that's a warmer. Cooling procedures, blah blah blah. Look at how big this list is. Look at, and they were just there. This has not been fixed. I guarantee you, this has not been fixed. What month are we at? August 8th. So that was this month. Wait. Yeah, that was this month. Excuse me. Let's go. That was this month. They were just there. Today is the 19th. When were they there? And excuse me because I was not. All right. So hot off the presses. They were just there yesterday, right? They were just there yesterday in the afternoon. Am I right? Put it in the chat, right? Am I off with my months? Does this say yesterday? Or am I off? I might have heat stroke. Is that yesterday? Did we find one from yesterday? So 8/18/2023. All right. July is 7. August is 8. 8/18/2023. All right. Even with my heat stroke, I'm still. That was yesterday at 11:30. So let me do this. Mel. Thank you for contributing. Thank you for being the sponsor of the channel. I'm glad I can repay your kindness by giving you this. Go get them. Yesterday. So yesterday was Friday. Friday in the middle of the day, they strolled in, as they normally do. They will do that. They sauntered on in. And they went to town. What? Does it say that the upright refrigerator was 72 degrees? I hate those places. I hate them. What the hell? Oh man, you got your work cut out for you. Oh man. Okay. So there was cooked chicken, there was cooling, blah blah blah, measure 72 in the upright refrigerator. Oh, they measured 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm saying Fahrenheit and Celsius for everybody. Why is this thing not letting me scroll? Highlight for you. All right, let me see what the hell this is in. That was yesterday. Okay. All right. 72, 72 Fahrenheit to Celsius. All right, for all my international. So it was at, so that's 22. So it was 22 degrees Celsius, that fridge. So there is no way on this green earth, go today, call them today, call them today, Mel. This is the Wing Point Golf and Country Club. You want to talk to the kitchen. You want the restaurant and lounge. You call them up and you tell them that you are a repair professional, you are an appliance repair technician, and you would like to take care of their refrigeration. All right, so they're at 811 Cherry Avenue, Bainbridge Island. All right, so they have problem with their refrigerators, cooling foods in shallow pans, blah, blah, blah. Foods may be covered. They have problem with that. Oh, cold holding, 10 points on the cold holding temperature. A proportion, yeah, all of that. So cook rice in the upper left that measured 50 degrees. The health department wants to know that they're taking these violations seriously, Mel. So they are going to at least want to pay you just for you to come out and give them an estimate that this golf club is going to say, hey, look, yeah, sure, come on. How soon can you get here? How soon can you get here? So this is what I do for you, Mel. Since you've been very generous with me, very supportive. And don't worry, we're going to get to Houston. Oh, Wing Point Golf. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if it's on the other page. No. Oh yeah. Let me just see if I can Google it. All right. So let me copy that. Oh, you guys can't see me, but I'm copying and pasting that information. So here you are. Okay. Yeah, it's an eye opener. So here it is. Here's the place. Here's the phone number. Area code 206-842-2688. Do not hesitate to call them. They're still going to be there. You'll be able to leave a message. I would physically show up tomorrow. If this is close to you, like I said, I'm not, I don't know where you are in proximity to this place. And it's got great reviews. The kitchen is usually a horror show. Kitchen is usually a horror show. And it's usually nice new stuff too, but it's usually a horror show. It's usually a horror show. So here they are. Beautiful, wonderful, pristine. There's the business office, pro shop. Let me see if they have hours. And once again, here's the phone number. Man, I'm not seeing anything. But chances are they're still gonna be there. They're still gonna be there. I'm not gonna be offended if you call them now and leave the stream. I will not be offended if you were to do that, Mel. I'm gonna do this for you, Mel, to speed this up. Oh, it's about an hour. All right. So maybe not go there, but call them. So there's the link. There's the link, Mel, so that you can call them, give them your information, And I mean, so you're going to charge them for the drive from wherever you're leaving from to the time you get there. You're going to charge them for that. You're going to charge them your service call fee, and then you're going to write them up. So some people will charge them for the whole time that they're there, looking at everything and writing them up. Other people are just going to look at it and then maybe they'll just do a whole list. It does take a while to tour these places and give them this estimate of what you find is wrong, or go off of what the health department says. Oh man. Oh, you're killing me, man. All right, everybody. Man, I just said he's in Florida. You should have gave me something in Florida, man. All right. Fine. I would still. All right. So you're going to be there till the 1st of September. That's not that far off. I would still give them your information all the same. Give them, you're going to contact go to that contact that I gave you. You're going to want to get email address for the chef in the kitchen or the head of maintenance. But chances are they don't have a head of maintenance because their stuff is all broken down. And you're going to want to email them your stuff because this is what you want. The health department is going to be back. The health department will be back. They got about 10 days to get this all straightened out. And they're going to be back and they're going to look everything over. And so who knows what their situation is, but I would still give them your information so that when you do touch down, you'll at least be on their list of service providers. All right. I'm surprised they didn't hit them on the ice machines or any of that other stuff. Oh, interesting. Interesting. All right. Now, what part of Florida you said? Okay. No problem now. Oh, yeah. You said nobody's in there. I hate country clubs. I hate them so. I swear I hate them. All right. I'm going to go chop down some of these open windows that I have. And then we'll get to my area of Houston. So, there we go. Let me share this with you all. Let me put this in the. I'll put this in the chat so you can follow along. If anybody wants to see where I am, what it's looking like. So where I am is the 4th largest city in the country, meaning that I'm in the 4th largest city in the country. And what I did was I just clicked on that top link, the first link. So meaning where I am, yeah, it's see, adult daycare, boom. Let's just do a search. Wow. Love and Joy. Open. Ooh, what is that? They had a violation. Houston ordinance. I didn't pick any particular. Something's not showing up. Something's not showing up. Routine inspection. They just had a routine inspection. Let's see here. Bar. Full service. Let's search that. Ooh. Red citation. See, Houston makes this perfectly clear. Bam. Houston gives you. Oh, I got a new comment. Where'd the new comment go? What'd you do? Retract the comment? Anyway, Houston makes this perfectly obvious. You guys love these health departments. You guys love these health department things. I hate. I'll do this a lot. I hate bars and nightclubs. I hate bars and nightclubs in the grand scheme of things. I hate bars and nightclubs more than I hate golf clubs. So they were just there, right? A couple days ago, they were just there, and yeah, see, Yahtzee, look at this. Oh, they corrected. Violation stands, violation stands. Violations is a repeat. They're a repeat offender. All right, so this one highlights it, and I get to see. Okay, all right, what they do. So there was nobody with any health food. Oh, so we don't know how old the food was. The ice. See, so Houston takes that ice seriously. Dry cleaning, chemicals. Ooh. Oh, this is all me. Hold on, that's me right there. Okay, I need to call these people. I need to call these people. I need to call these people. Let's see here. Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this? Chemicals, da 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 da. So they have a door type machine. It's a rack. So I don't know if it's the glass washer or not. It's using chemicals for sanitizing. So they're having a problem with their spray arm or the pump isn't working. They have a temperature, it's not doing the right temperature. They don't have the right concentration. All right, that is my jam. And I hate bars though. Oh, I hate bars. Pitch 25. So this is gonna be some kind of like baseball pitching indoor thing. Cause we have all kind of stuff. We have indoor golf courses, like lot 25 or lot 19, something like that, where they have like instead of like a batter's cage, they have a separate cage just for golf, and they have the full digital experience. So it's like Top Golf only with computer screens. So the screen registers how hard you hit the ball, and that translates into distance. And so now you can have liquor, and you can be indoors instead of Top Golf where you're not indoors. 8, 16, 23. And this is pitch 25. Excuse me. I mean, this is a little self-serving. Helping the young man out. Helping myself out at the same time because I'm here. So pitch 25. So unlike these other places, now I have to do some digging as far as the phone number and all that other stuff. But these other places give you a phone number. The young man that was asking me about Houston. I go way back. Where are you? Where are you? Elijah. Elijah, where are you? If you're in the chat, let yourself be known because I got a question for you. Come out wherever you are. Okay, yeah, you can see. You guys can see. Don't understand what I'm not seeing anything else. All right, let me make this larger. Oh, good. Elijah, what area are you in? Are you in Katy, Cinco Ranch, Cypress, Galveston? Where are you? What area are you in? And how are you doing with following along? Don't be shy. So let's check out some more stuff. Because I got a couple more questions for you. All right, let's see here. I don't want to do convenience stores. I want to do food pantries or group homes or hospitals or anything mobile or pop-up. Oh, yeah. Okay, restaurant. And then we'll just, Subway. Subway comes up. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, Voodoo Donut. I really don't want to deal with Voodoo Donut. Let's see if Richmond. All right. I was just in Richmond yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yes. I was just in Richmond yesterday. I had 2 restaurants in Richmond I was doing. All right. I was over by, oh, man. I was over by like 99 in Harlem. I was over by 99 in Harlem. All right. So what we will do is this. All right. Now that is actually not Houston over there. You know, that's a whole nother that is a whole nother health department over there. That's not Harris County. Oh man, let me see if I can find it for you. What town? What town is that? What town is that, Elijah? What's your county? What is that? That's not Harris County. That's not Fort Bend. There you go. Now, I'm a married man and everything, but one of the health department women that is for Fort Bend is very, very, very attractive. She is a very nice looking lady. I think you're a little younger than my usual audience. Fort Bend County. And she's actually a decent person. She didn't give me any drama, no grief, no nothing like that. Um, so we'll do this. Bam. We'll do this. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. She got a haircut like she's stuck in the 90s. Yeah, I don't think she's I'm 47. Yeah, okay, she could be anywhere between 38 and 45. She looks a little on the younger side. She can be anywhere between your age and mine, kind of tall. So here's the deal when you're dealing with the health department. You cannot give them gifts. They are public officials. You cannot give them gifts. You can't, they can call you, but you can't call them. Can't give them flowers, can't give them candy. Um, you can't give them your business card and say, hey, if you got a problem, call me. They are a public official that is bribing a public official. You cannot do that. Cannot do that. Just so you know, don't have Harris County Sheriff show up to your door and serve you any kind of paperwork. All right. So they're not even gonna say anything to you. They're just gonna report it, and then that'll be your ass. I have been on this website. I can't. I apologize. I want to find view my voters registration. See, Harris County is a lot easier. All right, but it's in here. It's in here. I'm gonna go back to for the sake of good. For the sake of time, so we don't lose the last two people that we got watching. Um, I'm gonna go back to Harris County because that's not gonna be far from you anyway. Harris County is like 5 minutes from you anyhow, 2 minutes. So we're gonna go back to Harris County and show you that. All right. Of course, by you got tons of subways. Homestead, that's nowhere near you, but Tidwell, that's nowhere near you. We typically this thing we can tell like what area, but what for the hell of it, we'll just go to oh God over there. We'll go over there. So previous inspection not posted. Blah blah blah. Let me see if I can find. You know what? Let me just go through here and let's find any and all violations. Let's see what we can find. We go according to violations, and here we go. This explains to you what the violations are. Chipotle probably didn't have anything. Yeah, they didn't have anything. So in here, as you can see, you can go through your list, and then you'll see them light up red. There it says violation. I'm making too many requests. What jerks? Um, Jack in the Box, all that kind of stuff. So everything is here. Everything is here. See, they should. Let me see if it'll let. Oh, okay, I can do more. Let's just do 500 records here. So you're gonna need to spend a little more time if you want to do those calls in that area, in that particular area. That they have about 2 or 3 health inspectors, and like I said, the one I know, she does not play. She does not play. She will bang them. She'll hit them up. Oh, Smoothie Factory. Why did it say Smoothie King? Oh, but I won't violate. No! Oh no! Oh no! I gotta do this is on. Ah! When did they go out? Ah! They just went out. They just went out. They just went out. 8-11. Now, hey, what's happening? What's happening, my oh, let me see if that oh no no no. All right, Elijah. We gon' we going hey, if I catch you in any of my little places, man, we gonna, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. Don't let it be nothing. All right. 8-11. They were just out. Jeez. Charlie cheesesteak is one of the most hard-headed. All right, look here. Look here. Oh, you guys couldn't see it. I was just up. My ass, what's up, man? Give me your area that you want me to look into. I'm looking into health code violations, the all-time favorites everybody got. I was just at Charlie's Cheesesteak today. That's where I was this morning. That's where I was this morning. Not this location, but I was at one of the other locations. I know this location. This location just opened up. Wait a minute. This location just opened up. This location isn't even a year old. How the hell did they fail in this many things? It can't be food related. Okay, food handling. Yep. Food handling. Toilet. Oh, outside. Not okay. No one. Okay. All right, because I was about to say, just so you guys know, this Charlie Cheesesteak just opened up like 8 months ago, 6 months ago. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's so much work. Like I said, I could take care of a chain. Like I said, the okay, the owner of five Charlie cheesesteaks, I take care of five Charlie cheesesteaks for this one guy. This other Charlie cheesesteaks is owned by other people. So I have to get my information over to the other owners so that they can use me. When you go to the employees, they act like they have half a brain. Oh my God. So this is going to be problems. Oh, this is going to be problems. So I have to give them my information. Let me go back because they are already lost. They've already opened up, and now they're on the health department's radar. So now the health department is going to be coming for any and everything. So I'm gonna go and make sure that their fryers are good and everything else. Oh, cool. How in the world did this Jamaican place pass the health inspection? There is no way. I just in I eat there. I eat there. My wife makes me buy food from there. My wife is from Jamaica, and that is the Jamaican restaurant of choice for the vast majority of Jamaicans here in Houston. Ah, hey, here we go. Here we go. Oh God, not a poke restaurant. I know where this is too. Violation. So the previous violation, they tried to hide it from the customers. All right. So what are they saying? Storage, blah blah blah. Ready to eat. Something's not right with that. Hand wash sink. No food permit. Oh, nobody there is trained. No one there is trained on how to handle food. Domino's. What the hell? Okay, that's in the hood. Domino's in the hood. Toilets, bathrooms are a mess. No signage. Oh, okay. So outside opening not protected. So they don't have what's called a Mars air curtain. All right, let me show you what that is. Let me see if I can find one. All right, Mars. Yes. All right. Who here knows what a Mars air curtain looks like? All right. Let me zoom in on this. This is it right there. That is an air curtain. See, this is when I was out at Katie. Just when this opens up, there is a yeah, my screen is cracked. There's a door switch that's supposed to be on the side. So every time the door opens up, it activates the fans, and it's supposed to deliver a curtain of air to keep insects from coming inside the building. And so when that is not there, they're supposed to have other such things to prevent that. Plastic, curtains, anything like that to prevent bugs from coming in. So all those have to be functioning. They have to either be on all the time or they have to have active door activation. So let's see what else they got going on. So this Domino's needs their air curtain fixed because they're Domino's, which is multi-billion-dollar operation. And trust me, they have air curtains. Okay, no food handling license, no food handling license. So they at least have one thing for me. Oh, this is a dirty place too. And this is actually stated, not kept clean. So this is not slander, Domino's. Don't sue me. This is not slander. This is from August 9th, 2023, the health inspection report. All right, let's see here. What else? So that is air curtain. Hand wash signage is not there. So everything else is fine. Looks like it, but it needs more. And the taquerias are okay. That's unusual. Cafe Louis. So put down in the chat where you guys want me to look at next for you. And any other subjects. What the hell is a step and go? It's a store, huh? It must be a convenience store. They were just, the health department's been busy. Health department's been. So as you see, for Houston, it is a whole lot easier. And more than likely, the other counties, like where Elijah is, they're going to be easier. But Elijah is just a few minutes away from that. As far as where I live, the two of us, we live like an hour and 20 minutes apart from each other, even though we're in the same quote unquote city. All right. Food not labeled. Oh, ice. All right. So that needs to be fixed. So this is saying their ice scoop, they don't have a mount for it. See, that's a lot of stuff that you guys don't know. You just can't have an ice machine and say, oh yeah, and scoop out ice with your hands. Can't just have an ice machine and, take bowls and buckets and scoop ice out. Can't do that. You're supposed to have an ice scoop. You're not supposed to come in contact with the ice. Reason for that is the ice is the only thing that is made by a machine. So the ice is making food that you're going to put into your mouth and you're going to digest it. All right. So that means that up. Oh, that's for me too. That's for me too. That's chemical. What place is this? Step and go? I don't even know if I want to bother with the toilet. This looks like it's this looks like it's a convenience store. Hand wash sink. So their ice machine needs service. No food handling permit. So they're going to need me to mount the ice scoop is basically what that is. So there's always work. There's always work. So they want it professionally done because the health department. It's another thing. Son of knock, what's happening? So I'm gonna get to your question in a second. It's another thing to what was I gonna say? It's another thing to install this stuff, to set it up, to put the hook on. First of all, they don't know what type of hook is acceptable by the state. They don't know what type of what size should it be, where should it be placed. So they will gladly pay you to go over there and put on a hook for the ice scoop So I would just typically just sell them the mounts and the ice scoop, and then mount it, and then they're going to send that picture to the health department. And then the health department is going to take that and attach that picture to the records. It's all digital. They're going to attach that to the records. So the knock. So, is it stupid to drive 4 hours for training? At this point, you're about to. That all depends on what type of training. Some training, I drive 4 hours for training, right? I drive to Dallas all the time. All the time. My Stolton training is in Dallas. I gotta drive to Dallas. When I go to Frymaster, I went up to Dallas for Frymaster training. I'm gonna have to drive on over to Kansas for XLT oven training because that's Domino's. We were just looking at Domino's. Domino's had a violation, right? And if I have this training from XLT, I'm in there like swimwear. I'm with Domino's, right? I'm in there, right? So I'm authorized to take care of everything that they got, which the most important thing to them would be that oven, right? They want people that can take care of that oven because if their oven is down, they're down. They're shut. They're losing money. AMC Houston, movie theaters. I hate movie theaters. I hate movie theaters. Oh God, my stomach's hurting just thinking about movie theaters. Oh, I hate them so bad. All right, so now that I got 3 people in the chat, any other places that you guys would like to look at? Because Mel got a chance to see, right? And so for anybody that's just now coming in, I'll drop the link here because we're interactive over here, right? We're interactive. So you can go ahead and click the link and follow along, see what I'm seeing. That this is very easy to find. So last time I was doing this, I wasn't putting links in the chat. So it made it really difficult for people to follow along because you weren't able to find what I was showing you. Sometimes, same thing you were searching, it just wouldn't come up, right? So let me dive back into this. I hate movie theaters. Man, I hate movie theaters. Now, Russo's, I like Russo's. Russo's is a local. I actually met the owner and his son at a convention. Ooh, Hungry Farmer. That is a very upscale restaurant chain. But I don't know if it's a chain, but it's an upscale restaurant. See? 0 violations. It's very trendy. Very trendy. I like Russo's, but some of the owners of the franchise, they could be, let's see here. What? Okay, so they didn't have their copy of the previous violation. So yeah, you have to let the public know that you had a violation. So some of those people can be kind of crafty. I'll leave it at that. But now I know I'll contact Pitch. One Stop Nutrition. Hey, that's where I used to live. I know exactly where this place is. It's on the north side of the street. It's right next to Russo's. This is right next to Russo's. Now, what do these muscleheads do? Let's see what these muscleheads got themselves into. Oh, muscleheads, no. No. No, muscleheads. So, for all you that are not well acquainted with what this is a one-stop nutrition. Let me show you what this is. That's my old zip code too. A one-stop nutrition looks like so. This is what it looks like. This is a one-stop nutrition. So it is a smoothie king for muscleheads. All right, it is a smoothie king for your creatine junkies, such as myself. I don't work out, but I do take supplements. Just because of the business that we're in, you're burning a ton of calories. We're always I work 7 days a week sometimes. It is what it is. No, so they had a violation. Whoa! Hey, yeah, that's kind of disgusting. when using chemicals, sanitizers. Oh, that's me too. That's me too. All right. I'll keep that in mind. So, using chemicals for sanitization. When using chemicals for sanitization, a test kit or other devices that accurately measures the concentration in parts per million. Now, some of the guys in the business will try to throw you off. They call it titration. They try to throw around these fancy words. I can't help but to start to bust out laughing when they do it because I'm like, all right, I'm in the same business as you, jack off. I'm in the same business. Calm down. All you're doing is checking a strip of paper to make sure that you've adjusted the pump enough to where it's doing the right amount. Some of you have seen me do this on some of my live videos where I go to a restaurant and then I check it to make sure that it's pumping enough chemical, right? But these guys will try. They'll try to downgrade you as best they can, right? They'll try to downgrade you as best they can to try to disincentivize you from getting into this business. The chemical side of the business is more profitable than the repair side. The chemical side of the business is more profitable than the repair side. Okay? More profitable than the repair side. The health department, the state, the other governing bodies. If it's a retirement facility, you have their regulatory bodies coming in and doing a check. Corporation, the corporate comes in and does a check. If it's a school, then you got the state coming in and you got the school body coming in and doing a check because the chemicals kill the bacteria. So everyone has to have chemicals. And they could buy them, whatever, they could buy them. But even when they buy them, there's no one to tell them how much chemical is the right amount of chemical. How much is enough? So that is always a thing. So using these lists, you can form, there's your tropical smoothie, because somebody was asking about tropical smoothie. Using this list, now you know what type of clientele you have in your area. You don't need to use the phone book. You don't need to use the phone book. And Elijah, you're perfectly welcome. Happy to help. So you can just check in your area and you'll see what's out there. So let me go back into this thing. Because I am, sweet mango. Oh, that's a Hispanic joint. That's a Hispanic joint. All right. Crazy Cajun. Daiquiris. I don't like daiquiri joints either. More Subways. Oh, man, I only have one package. Momoto. Oh, Moto. Ramen Moto. Let me go into Ramen Moto. This is downtown. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They don't see. They're not going to disappoint me. They're not going to disappoint me. Light fixtures. I don't know if I ever showed you guys. I had a place I had to take care of some light fixtures, stuff like that, the hand sink. All right, so they have a problem with their tankless hot water heater. It's not at the proper temperature. It's only at 100. And so do you guys know anything about tankless? You guys know anything about tankless water heaters? Put in the chat a 1 if you know anything about tankless water heaters. I'll give that a second to populate. So what I did is I went over 500 locations. So, that was in restaurants. Duh. Sorry about that. I only did restaurants. So you can go to the list or you can look by name. Let's go with Smoothie King. I need to blank this out. See, there's not going to be any under that. Let me see. Okay. School serveries. I don't want that. Shelters, schools. Oh, God, I hate schools. Just so you know, when you go into schools, please have a clean background. All right, you go into schools, you got to give them your ID. They scan your ID, and then they check you, make sure there's any problems or anything like that with you. Any war? Not, no, they don't check you for any warrants. They just make sure you ain't, messing with no kids or anything like that. You don't have no other little nasty stuff in your background. So after that's done, it doesn't take that long. After that's done, then they'll print you out a name badge. Let me see if yeah, 500. What the hell? It only came up with one. Oh, this is a little teeny tiny one too. We'll evacuate at least once a month. I don't know anything about that. But you got to go check in. You got to give them your ID. They got to bring your ID. They got to print it. You got to have an escort with you. It's a pain. Okay, you've seen it at the home. So good. A lot of you know about it. All right, so tankless water heaters have to be clean. They have to be clean like ice machines. All right, so tankless water heaters. We'll jump into this. Everybody good with the health department stuff for this one? Because I want to jump into this real quick. Do. Okay. Sorry. I actually lost the damn chat. My bad. Is everybody there? I was on the wrong window. I was on the wrong damn window. Shoot. All right. All right, let's see here.
Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about how to flush the tank.
All right, let me make sure everybody's with me. Okay. Yeah, that's only, all right. So Mel said this, only hot water on demand. Yeah, in a way. So almost everybody's using tankless now. Oh, good. Everybody's using tankless now. Let me speed this guy up. Fair use. So what you're going to do is you just hook up. You're going to hook up two different hoses, and you could use a pump, submersion pump, or you could just use a pump from Home Depot. Home Depot has a little pump you connect to your drill. Harbor Freight has a pump that you connect to your drill. And what you're going to do is you're going to pump. Yeah, there it is. You're going to pump the solution up into the tankless. And it's going to circulate inside the tankless and then come down out of the other line into another bucket, right? Well, into the same bucket. And you just recirculate that cleaner. It's the same cleaner like ice machine cleaner. You're going to want to put like a nickel safe in there and just circulate that in there, and it's going to eat up all the scale and the bacteria, the scale and everything. And make sure you guys are actually seeing me. Make sure I didn't screw up too bad. All right, so yeah, it says I'm live. All right. And make sure. Yes, all two people are watching me. Okay, we're good. Sweet. So it's really simple. You only need two hoses. One is going to go up to cold, the other comes down from hot. And you can check this out. And so all of this is an add-on. You don't need to be a plumber. You don't need to be a plumber to work on a tankless. You do not need to be a plumber to work on a tankless. You don't even have to be a plumber to install a tankless. So it's, once again, it's another category where they just don't care. They don't care. It tells you what to look for when you're flushing it. You close the valves, you open the valves. So we can get into, at another time, I can get into the whole tankless thing, and you can add on to your business from there. But I'll tell you everything you need to know to actually take care of the full facility, from the tankless to the ice machine to the oven, the dishwasher, the chemicals for the that's necessary in order to satisfy the health department's requirements, refrigeration, cold wells, hot wells, combi ovens, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. And it ties in, the tankless ties in with all the other stuff, because you see what the health department is saying, hey, look, where is, you're not meeting these requirements, right? You're not coming up to the right temperature. And that's a lot different than what you guys were dealing at with residential. When you're dealing with residential, there's no one coming to see that your water is 135 degrees, right? No one cares if your hot water is only 90 degrees. No one cares if you have hot water at all. But when you're providing food to the general public, you have to meet these bare minimum requirements. And then when you're dealing with dishwashers, you have what's called low temp dishwashers, and they don't have heaters. And these heaters, let me try this. These heaters, they won't bring up the water temperature. So if you're delivering 100-degree water, which that one violation said, that dishwasher can't make that water 185 degrees to satisfy the health department's requirements. That dish machine won't bring the water up to 150 or even 135 to satisfy the health department, to allow the low temp chemicals, to kill the bacteria. And what I'm doing now is I'm slowly trying to figure out this not Harris County, but this other county. And this is a Fort Bend. All right. So I'm trying to do Fort Bend. So at this point in time in the stream, let me see how long we've been on. 2 hours. A little short of my 6, but go ahead and put in your questions, because I'm going to end this relatively quickly. Let's see if I can help these violations this way. And I think I did. And I did. All right, Elijah, we got it. So let me put this in the chat. Oh, what the hell? This is under city data. Let me make sure this is right. For Katie, Sugarland, Richmond. There we go. Richmond. Ta-dow. It's not even under the regular thing. There you go. Be fruitful and multiply. All right. This link doesn't look like it's working. First choice liquors. There. Ooh. Okay. So theirs is a little different. So we see their score numbers of these places. I don't know what the hell Niners is. I know First Choice. Yeah. Let's see here. It tells you the dates. Last inspection. So those places aren't even in business anymore, chances are. All these dates are old. What the hell did this thing send me to? Something is up with this. I'm sorry. This might be an old list. Something is up with this list. It's not. This stuff is old. I'm sorry, man. You know what? I'll look into this. Some more. Because this is all supposed to be information. Yeah, this is some other weird thing. This is all supposed to be information available to the general public. And that's disease. We don't want disease. Let me check the chat. Let me check what you guys are saying. Code enforcement, Sugarland, coronavirus, Rosenberg, which is not that far from you. See, this thing takes me right back. So it's all public knowledge. It's all public information, but they don't have to make it easy for you to find. They don't have to make it temporary food establishment. Nope. They don't have to make this stuff easy for you to find, man. This is such a pain. This is such a pain. I'm going to work on this. I'll work on this, Elijah. Yeah, and if you find it, let me know too. You got my stuff in the chat. So, don't be shy. Y'all can go ahead and say what's up. Y'all can let me know what else you guys got going on. Let me show you some. All right. Bosch tankless water heater. Right? And so these Bosch, they're sold Home Depot, all these different places. These tankless units. This, in most restaurants, this is what's supplying the heat. And the health department is going to turn on the water faucet and they're going to check and see if they have heat. So, see, it delivers 100 to 140 degrees. Natural gas, they have electrical ones too. It gets a little dicey when it comes to replacing them. But as far as fixing them, you know, there's not much to it. It's like working on a regular appliance. It is just like working on a regular appliance. So it's lots of money there. Lots of money there. They usually have the error codes that pop up. That's what's up with that window. Is that it's got it tells you what's what right in the window. It gives you the error codes and everything like that. It's usually going to be the ignition that'll foul out. It'll have a couple of it'll have a striker and a sensing rod, and it'll usually have carbon buildup. 2 screws, take that out. It's got a Molex plug. Screw the new one in, put the plug back together, and then you're rocking and rolling with that. And then it's going to ignite the gas. Gas is going to heat up the water, and then everything will be fine with the world. So, excuse me. Anybody have any questions about health department in their particular area? Any questions about the health department, what to do, any of that kind of stuff? All right. So it's always different. Every area is always going to be different. All the reports are different. Some follow similar tracks, you know, because they're probably using the same company. These companies are traveling all around the country selling their systems. So that's why you see some that are similar. Like this is Seattle. And Seattle and Ohio has similar ones. Florida might have one that's similar. But Houston, as you can see, Houston is completely different. So to sum it up again, with the hours, right? The manufacturer will have their guidelines on how long it takes to do something. And you can take that guide and plug in your numbers, plug in your labor hour with that. So you could just print off these sheets. It's typically, so this is it's only one sheet. You print off one sheet for Hossman, you print off one sheet for Scotsman, one sheet for whoever it may be. And then you can plug in the numbers. And then so now you give them what your travel time is, you give them your service call fee, you give them your labor hours, and then you say, hey, look, you know, we're going to charge you for the part, we're going to charge you for hours and whatnot, and you can put together a whole little package for them and call that a day, right? You can put that together, give it to the retirement homes, give it to the daycares, give it to the hospitals. Because believe it or not, the hospitals are going to need you. They're going to have their own people. They're going to have people that they contract with, and then they're going to need people that they can call for emergency service or backup. And you could be that company. You can be that company. So I'm going to show you this one. This is for anybody that just came in recently. This is for, let me see here who this was for. I think this is Hoshizaki. Yeah. So this was the labor allowance for Hoshizaki. So this is what they say for like refrigerators. See, so it's not just ice machines; it's for refrigerators. So for however long it takes to, I don't know why they say flaker there, but for however long it takes to replace a component, they have all that kind of stuff. All of that is here. So for a refrigerator, if it's a drain pan, they say 3 hours. 3 hours, no matter what it is. Evaporators, bypass, thermistors, all of that kind of stuff. Let me see how many pages they got. So once again, it's one page. And the vast majority of manufacturers out there have this information out there for you to get. If it is not there, you can always drop them an email. Somebody eventually get around to you and send you a reply. You just ask for the labor guide. Hey, I was wondering what your labor guide is for working on your equipment. If you could please, send it to me in the reply email, I would appreciate it. Thank you, and have a good day. And someone eventually will get around to it. They'll forward it to whoever, and somebody is gonna send you that. Say, hey, look, if it's a a deep fryer, this is how long. If it's an oven, this is how long it takes to change the valves, all that kind of stuff. So let me see here. Frymaster, labor. Oh, it's a labor guide. You guys can't see what I'm typing, but I'm actually typing in for Frymaster. I was just looking at a Frymaster when I went to that Charlie's. Frymaster service bulletin. I get the bulletins all the time. See, like here, they're telling you, when they change it. So you guys get to peek behind the curtain. So when you're doing McDonald's, so they've revised it. Changing the fry pot is the most involved thing you are ever going to do on a fry. All right, you're basically disassembling the fryer in the field. Here we go. So they have the domestic warranty book and the international warranty book for all my international people. That is going to be you in Poland and in Saudi Arabia or Abu Dhabi, Yemen. That's what it's. You're going to go to the international warranty book. Let me see if I can find. Hey, here we go. It's my birthday. Here we go. So, and it varies by model. That's why you're gonna have to check and see what model does your customer have. Is it a split pot? So I think 55 is a split pot and 50 is a full size pot. So you have all these different things. Oh, I don't know. What did I have to remember what I said about money? I don't like to talk about money in my streams, and I don't like to mention customers' names in my streams. What I'm gonna do, Mel, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start making my streams and putting out some stuff in the morning. I've actually been forced to do so, and I'm gonna just so you guys know. So I'm gonna put out some stuff in the mornings, like early in the morning. And it's only going to be available for a couple hours in the morning, like 7 to 8, 7 to 9, something like that, Central Standard Time. And then I'm going to take it off. And it's only going to be available during those times in the morning. So I'm going to do that. And some other times during the evenings, I'm going to put some stuff out. If there are particular videos and anybody is looking for a recap or anything like that, I can always send you a link to that video. So unless I delete that video, you will always be able to have access to it. I mentioned that with a person that talked to me a couple days ago. There are links to the video that only I can send you, where then you will be able to access it no matter what. Right? So if there's something like that you really got to have, you really need it, we can always do that. And then I can always redo some of these videos. All right, so here we go, backing in. If you're doing a fry pot replacement on a Frymaster unit, the ones for McDonald's, they're paying 3 3.5 hours. They're telling customers, you're looking at 3.5 hours. Now, this is the actual time it takes to actually change the pot. This is not setup time. This is not setup time. Let me explain to you about setup time. This is not setup time. That is the time it takes you, to take all your things, bring it on into the location, to set up, to move this fryer, right? All that is not included at 3.5 hours. So you're going to need to move that fryer. You're going to need to move the other items away from it because fryers normally don't move. They are on wheels, but they normally do not move. So you're going to have all this stuff sandwiched in with the fryer. And so all that stuff has to be moved. That is not included in that 3.5 hours. That is just the actual job. That's just the actual time it takes in optimal conditions. So you're going to need to move it out. You're going to need to disassemble the RTI or RDI, the oil return system that is plugged into the back of the fryer for the oil system. So these places, McDonald's and Five Guys and stuff like that, they're not pumping the oil out into a tray in the bottom. It's actually being pumped out. When they're done, it's actually being pumped out to oil collection in the back, and then a specific company actually takes that oil away. RTI, RDI, and I'm getting confused with the people that make the headset, but I think it was like RTI or something like that. And they actually do that. They're like the biggest name in that. But anyway, so you got that. You're going to disconnect the gas, which is quick with the disconnect, if it has a disconnect. And then, so the disconnect, the oil return system, and then the electricity. The electricity. So some of these fryers can be electric and some of them can be gas. So you're going to want to disconnect all that, and you're going to want to move it out further so you can get behind it, because you're going to need to get behind it, take the back panels off. You're going to have access to the front. So all of that needs to be set up before you trigger that 3.5. So it's that. So you would like write up, oh yeah, well, that's how much they say to do it. But then to set it up, that was an additional $2, because you had the floor mats, we had to move the oven, the convection oven, we had to move the French fry freezer. We had to move that on over. We had to disconnect this and disconnect that. And so all that is just going to be written up in your labor charge. All that's going to be written up. And then you could have, because you actually have this. Oh, shoot. Let me put you back. You actually have this that's going to back you up. This backs up your claim on 3.5. You can tell them to go to hell. Oh, well, we don't believe that it takes 3.5 hours. It should take, our guys in Seattle take about 2 hours to do this job. Well, jerk and a half. Frymaster says this takes 3.5 max. That's just what it took us, right? 2.5 is what guys that do this every day for a living. They don't do anything else. This is what they do. Boom, 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 boom. They go ahead and take that unit apart in 2.5 hours. We took 3.5, plus we took another 2 hours just to move everything out the way. Then we took another 2 hours to put everything back and test it. That's not testing the unit. So when you all ask me, hey man, how many jobs a day, blah, blah, blah. Oh, 2 days. It's not 1 day. It's not 1 hour. Each job is different. All right. So if I'm doing a fry pot, I have to test this damn thing now. I have to check it and make sure, oh, what the hell? Fry pot with the filter system. All right. So now if you're filtering, with the filter system, that's 7 hours. 7 hours. Hey, Mike Reed, how long should a job take? 7 hours. Oh man, are you sure? Well, Frymaster says 7. And for their best guy, he was able to do it in 6 hours. The guy that doesn't work on refrigerators, the guy that doesn't work on dishwashers, the guy that doesn't even work on Pitco fryers, the guy that only works on Frymaster, it takes him 6 hours. With the unit being brand new, no grease on it, never been used, it takes him 6 hours to take the unit apart and put in a new fry pot. So
now keep this in mind. Now, once you do that, so you're talking about thousands of dollars. So once you do that, right? Once you've taken it apart, put in the new one, of course, now you have to unpackage it and take all that other wrapping and crap and stuff, all that shrink wrap stuff off of there. Now you put it in, connected everything. So 6 hours, connected everything. Now you got to pump the oil back in there. Now you got to connect the gas line. Now you got to connect the power. Now you need to fire it up. Make sure it comes to temperature. Because not just because you've added oil to it, everything is all fine and dandy. You're not going to find any leaks until you fire that sucker up and it gets to the proper temperature. Because now you had to put in the PTO sensor, the ATO, the automatic top-off sensor, the ATO sensor, thermostat, high limit, all that other stuff has to be reinserted back into that sucker. And it has to be good. It has to be right. Can't be half-assed. It has to be perfection. All right, so once that's done, now you got to test it and make sure it's not leaking. And if it is leaking, now you got to tighten it up or redo it, pump the oil out enough to where you can take the component back out, wrap it up good enough, and then, tighten it, ratchet it back down, and then fire that sucker back up. That is not included in that 6 hours. That is not included in that 7 hours. But this is just a guide. This is just a guide. So you're not doing 2 jobs a day. See, under normal circumstances, right? A reasonably experienced technician, under normal, they know that there are all kind of crazy stuff that you're going to run into, all kind of crazy stuff. So here's one of my favorites right here. Forget about the damn computer. Probe temperature replacement. This is a big one. This is a big one. See, 1 hour. Not a big deal. 1 hour to change that probe. Let me go back. 1 hour. See, 1 hour to change the probe. Now, that is to change the probe. That ain't checking for leaks. It's not bringing it back up to temperature and making sure that it doesn't trigger some error code, because these McDonald's units have error codes and all that kind of stuff and all that fun stuff. And I can get into some of this stuff in another video if you guys are interested. All right, if you guys are interested, I can bring you along, let you see some of this kind of stuff on their training information that they have. Gas valve. Now, gas valve is there. It's a thing. It's a thing. Not that often, but it's a thing. Yeah, it's a 2 hour deal. See, experienced and non-experienced or a regular guy. Reason why you're gonna have gas valve changes on McDonald's is and it's not the fault of the gas valve. It's not Harper Wyman's fault. It is typically gonna be some fluctuating gas pressure with that town, that city, that municipality. It's gonna pop that valve. Yeah, that kind of thing. Construction in the area. It is not a typical normal thing to change gas valves like that, in my opinion. So, you guys have any other questions about like this kind of stuff? So you have all of this stuff. Basket lift switch, right? Hour. Most of this stuff is an hour. Now that's just to put it in. That's not to test. That is not to test it. That's just to put it in. So the customer has a good idea. Say, hey, yeah, Mike is gonna go in. Oh man, we're getting an error code again about the temperature. Temperature probe is not working. And so, I'm gonna charge McDonald's my service call fee. My other competitors, they charge from the time they leave one place or whether the guy leaves the house. They charge from the time the guy leaves the house to the time the guy gets to McDonald's. The clock is ticking. They're charging that time to McDonald's the entire time. Now, they're not charging the time once they leave. They only charge the time until they get there. Then it's all the time inside. As you guys saw some of my other chats on some of my shows that the gentleman had said, yeah, his buddy charged a 2 hour minimum, right? So as you see with that, it's going to be a 2 hour minimum. The job to change that sensor is 1 hour. Well, we charge 2 hour minimum regardless. Other competitors charge a 4 hour minimum. 4 hours. You call me out, you're paying me for 4 hours no matter what. right? So the vast majority of manufacturers, the vast majority have this. They have this. There's no, see right here, time allowance is only to diagnose and perform the service. Travel time is not included in that number, right? That is only a guide to do a single part. Single part. Multiple parts changes the number. Because if you're, to be honest with you, if you're going to do a fry pot, then yeah, you might as well change the high limit, some other stuff. Because if they had fry pot issues, that mean they were leaking oil. If they were leaking oil, then that means that the unit was getting way too hot because it's designed to heat up a certain volume of oil. Any lesser amount is going to get too hot too fast. You're going to change high limits, and you might as well change thermostats and all that kind of stuff. You might as well. For a 7-hour job, you might as well. So it's not just a 7-hour job. It's going to be all day. It is all day. It is all day. Right? So yeah, you're only doing one job. You're only doing one job a day. All right. Anybody else? Any other questions? Right? So this is like I told you, you're gonna put together your pamphlet. Not pamphlet, but you're gonna put together your booklet, right? All the stuff you're gonna do for them. Hey man, I'm gonna do the warmer, the steamers, the bun toaster, the ice machine, the fridge, the ice cream machine, the tankless water heater, your dishwasher, all that kind of stuff. And so you're going to use these guys that I've shown you right now. You're going to use this as a template, and you can slide that on in with your paperwork, right? This is what the manufacturers say this stuff should cost. I don't have they do have the parts, but do not include any prices because the prices are changing on a monthly basis, and they're not going down, they're only going up. So do yourself a favor, don't put any prices. Just say, hey, look, to do these different things, to change the transformer, that's an hour. Change the gas valve, 2 hours. Change a fry pot, which is a rare thing, but to change a fry pot, 7 hours. A regular one, 3 hours. So there's that. But I think I've done enough motivational speaking for today. Unless you guys have any other questions. You guys have all been taking notes, been real quiet in the chat. And thank you, Elijah, because I'm going to get a hold of pitch real quick before I go. I'll do a little show and tell. I'll show you some chemicals. Now I have some chemicals on me because I use chemicals in my home for my own stuff. So show you, and then I have a little second. So I'll go in here. I'll show you real quick. I use sanitizer for myself. Make sure my family is taken care of. I have real quick. I can show you this one in my little show and tell. Yeah, see, everybody's gone. So, like, I have my own chemicals. All right, and so I have like one set of everything here, and that way when someone calls, I'll just grab and go. That's for dishwasher, and I think I just ruined these shorts. I think I just ruined these clothes because that's gonna bleach it. So I have sanitizer. So you saw the health department keep saying sanitizer, all that other stuff. So I normally carry sanitizer, and then you use your guide to see how much chemical that they need to have dispensed. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. You guys enjoy your day. If you want another video, make a comment and put in your requests, and I'll do my best to address the comment, do a video about it. I got a whole series that's going to come up probably starting next week. It's only going to be available in the mornings. If you miss it, that's perfectly fine, but it'll be available only in the mornings for a couple hours, and each one will be flashing off and on only during the mornings. All right, so you guys have a good day, and make a lot of money. See ya.